joining me from across the globe. You're welcome on podcast with Leading Empowerment and Transformation Authority, Dr. Sylvia Forchap-Likambi. The Transformation Podcast brings you inspirational and life-changing contents on personal development, leadership, entrepreneurship, relationships, health and well-being, and also in terms of your career or a business if you are running a business. So I'm going to be bringing you diverse contents which are inspirational, which are life-changing, life transformational, so you may be able to take action or be equipped with the tools and resources that you need to thrive in every area of life while living a purposeful and fulfilling life. And I am your host, Dr. Sylvia Forchap-Likambi. I invite you to subscribe, into the channel, my YouTube channel for the podcast, so you'll be notified when I release other videos. I do also release a lot of videos from time to time on different topics. So I just want to welcome you all joining me tonight. And tonight or today, this afternoon, this evening, whatever the time is, wherever you're joining me from, we will be looking at how to lead and thrive in challenging times. Today, we'll be looking at how to lead and thrive in challenging times. You might see me sometimes looking at the other screen. I've got two different screens here. I'm also streaming live on Facebook. I'm streaming live on YouTube as well. And I'm also on Zoom. So thank you for joining me. And today, our topic, as I said earlier, is how to lead and thrive in challenging times. One of the key reasons why I chose this topic during this period is because we are hosting our 6th Global Women Leadership Summit on the 11th and 12th of October 2024. And the theme for this year's summit is Women in Leadership, Leading and Thriving in Challenging Times. And I thought I might as well do a podcast on how we could effectively lead and not only go by, but thrive in challenging times. Like I said in my previous video, we are living in challenging times and it's only going to get worse. I'm not being pessimistic. I'm super optimistic. Okay, it's the way things are moving. We're in a digital era. AI is coming in. Our children are living in a world where they are rebellious. They are not under authority, and things like that will lead to more chaos, more destruction, and more challenges for us as leaders, for us as parents, and also, teachers or mentors, coaches, whoever you are and wherever you are in life. Thank you all for joining me from Facebook. Thank you all for joining me again to watch this podcast. I do appreciate you all. And how do we lead and thrive in challenging times? If you're going to watch this podcast later on, I want to hear from you. How do you lead and thrive in challenging times? I know some of you may say, I'm not a leader. I don't really want to lead. I just want to live my life, and just go by without having to lead. Let me tell you this. We are all leaders in one way or the other. And I know you may be saying, no, I'm not a leader. Some say leaders are born. Some say leaders are created. I will tell you this. From birth, you were designed, created, and placed on this earth, or you were born to lead. You were born to lead and thrive in a certain field and area where you are highly gifted, and you will become an expert in that field. If people want to become like you because you are naturally highly gifted and have got strengths in that field, they must come to you to learn, to ask you how you do this in an almost effortless manner. Because when we are gifted, we are talented, we are actually highly specialized or gifted in a particular area or field, we tend to thrive in a very effortless manner. This is because the majority of what we do or our expertise has not really come from the studies or what we have gotten from out there, but comes from deep within, from the strengths, the abilities, and talents that we already have. So it makes it so easy. Perfect. So if you think you're not a leader, I want to remind you that you are special and unique. I hope you agree with me that you are special and unique. If you do not agree that you are special and unique, then that's another discussion for another time. It means you really don't know yourself. You are struggling with some identity crisis. You are struggling with some maybe low self-esteem, whatever they call it, and you're doubting yourself, self-doubt, because the truth is there are no two people on this planet who are the same. I'm sure you know that. Your DNA is so unique. Your fingerprints are unique. Not even identical twins are actually identical in every sense of the word identical. They are very distinct. Their DNA is distinct. So too are you. So if you agree with me that you are unique, you are one of a kind, you are a masterpiece, it means that there are some things that only you can truly do, or only you can thrive in that area, in that thing, whatever that may be, as compared to any other person on this planet. What does that mean? You are the leader in that field. You are the leader in that domain. And if I want to learn to function or to thrive in that domain, in that area, in that sphere, I need to come and meet you. I need to seek for guidance, leadership, mentorship from you. Leadership is simply guiding the way based on a vision which is inspired by a core conviction, which is a belief, and ignited by a passion. Why do you have that core belief to go a certain way? Because you're gifted. You naturally have the tendency to go towards that way. Let's take, for example, I love to give simple, practical examples and analogies. Let's look at our body parts, because right now you can see your body parts, whereas you may be thinking, what's she talking about? These strengths, I can't even see them. You're undermining your strengths. You're thinking, I'm not good enough. I'm that. I'm all of that. So let's come to something that we can all agree on. You can see the parts of my body right now as you're watching me and listening to me. You've got an eye. You've got two eyes, actually. You've got two ears. You've got a nose. You've got a mouth. And you've got hands, ears, whatever, legs. You've got diverse parts of your body. I hope we are clear and we agree on that. Each part is actually very unique. Each part is different from the other. And each part can be set apart, identified based on their purposes. And based on their purposes, they are given specific strengths so they can seamlessly fulfill that purpose for which they were designed and placed on this body to fulfill. For example, the eyes seamlessly see whenever it is open. If at all, it has no problem. When it doesn't see, there is a problem. There's an abnormality. In the most normal state of our being, our eyes are designed to see. And each time we open them, they almost see effortlessly. None of us have ever been to school to learn how to see or have a PhD on seeing or sightseeing or whatever. None of us have ever been to school to learn how to breathe. These are basics. These are very, very normal. Because we are equipped, our nose is equipped with everything, including nostrils, to be able to breathe almost effortlessly. When it starts struggling to breathe, then something has tampered with its original state of being, with its purpose. There is an abnormality. Abnormality is something that has deviated from the normal or the original intent for which it was created. It's exactly the same thing. You are gifted based on your life purpose. You are given some certain strengths, skills, and characters that you have to lead our world, because we all live in a community. Each one of us playing our part. Each one of us represent a body part, for example, to edify what we may say the body, which is humanity. And you are actually given a certain skill, set of skills, traits, characteristics based on the purpose that you have to fulfill. And when you are working in alignment with your purpose, with your calling, with what you are created to fulfill, it's effortless, it's seamless. Nobody really teaches you. Of course, as you continue to see, like the eyes from birth, they get better and better. And we understand that if we allow things to get into our eyes, they will actually affect our ability to see. If we allow impurities, for example, something has just gotten into my eye now, it will affect our ability to see. The same way, we understand that if we allow, negative people, pessimistic people to get into the way of our strengths, our natural gifts and talents, it will affect our natural ability to thrive in what we are called and destined to fulfill or to actually achieve on this planet. Simply put, our purpose. So we need to be actually aware of what is going to affect our ability to function in our maximum potential, in our full potential, in our full ability. And then we work on limiting or eliminating that or taking it off, staying away from it, and ensuring that we keep our body, our entire being healthy, fit, for purpose, so we can live a fulfilling and a glorious life, a life of purpose. This was just basic foundational introduction before I delve into the main topic of today, which is how to lead and thrive in challenging times. I wanted to set the ground or the field so we all know we are leaders. If you were doubting, now you know you are unique. You've been gifted some certain skills, set of skills, traits, characteristics, gifts, talents that you never worked hard for. And those gifts and talents are not given to you by chance. They are given to you so that you can fulfill the purpose for which you were created, born, and placed on this earth to fulfill. Perfect. And now, how do we then lead and not only lead, not only go by? I dislike the word survivor. I say we're never born to survive. You survive an incident. Like we have people who've gone through abuse, they keep calling them survivor. When I teach every woman I work with, the incredible ladies who've gone through domestic abuse, whatever challenge it is, and also men who've gone through some traumatic experience in the past, I always take off layers of labels that they've come, putting on in their adulthood, and that is inhibiting them from fulfilling their full potential or even understanding who they truly are, because they've put layers upon layers over their true identity and core strengths and talents. So you are not a survivor. You were not born to just survive. We survive an incident, okay? The stress mode switches in, where it's a fight, flight, or freeze. Actually, fight or flight. Let me just keep there. And the goal is to survive, so we can live. We can run away from that danger, so we might survive. And after survivor, life goes on. After escaping from that danger, life goes on. I need to live life daily and live it to the fullest. So you only survive in the instant where there is a danger. And after that, you're a victim only in an instant, in the moment where there is a problem, maybe an accident. And then once you overcome, you don't die, you are not killed, you are not destroyed by that accident. You keep living, you are a victor, you are a conqueror. You are a victor and not a victim any longer. You are a victor and not a survivor, because you have actually conquered that challenge. You have been victorious. You have been able to fight, or you have been able to run away, fly away from that danger, so you may live and live life to the fullest. So we were not born to survive. Survivor is when we are running from danger, when that stress kicks in. But after that, life goes on. We're born, created, designed to live life fully to our maximum potential, so we may live a purposeful, impactful, and fulfilling life. So the first thing, if you are not actually thriving in challenging times, if you are not leading effectively, what do you need to do? The first thing to be able to lead, the eyes need to lead us. They need to see clearly where we are going to. You need to have a clear destination in mind, a clear picture, vision, internal mental image of where you are leading this body, where you are leading whoever you are leading to. And that is vision. Vision is an internalized mental picture of a preferable future. You've seen a future that is better than the current future. You want to lead the people to live a better life. You've seen a healthier habit that is better than the unhealthy habit that you are currently living. And those around you, you want to guide and lead them into having that healthy lifestyle. So you need to have a clear vision. You need to know who you are, in other words, because remember I said it's an internalized mental picture of a preferable future. Why prefer a certain future over another when you've not yet lived that future? You were given that future because it is linked to your purpose. So you have the desire, the conviction, the belief within you because you've got the strengths, talents to lead or to get to that destination. And you then develop that core conviction, that powerful belief that I can see. For example, I was created to see, because your eyes, all the desire to do each time they are open is to see. So you have that conviction, that deep, unwavering faith that your purpose is to see. The reason why you live, you are present in this body, is to see and bring light to this body so you don't stumble and fall. So in that case, when you know who you are, you will have a clear vision. If you don't have a clear vision, you cannot lead the people and thrive in challenging times. It takes vision for us to see beyond challenges. Challenges are what we see in the real world. Challenges is what the physical eyes are capable of seeing. Challenges is what we are having in the present moment. A challenge is never in the future. That's your imagination. If you are optimistic, you will see a brighter future, which is your vision. If you are pessimistic, you will see a poor or a worse future, which is you bringing your past, your memories, and replaying them ahead of you before you go into the future. So it's not real what we see. It is our perception about what we see that becomes our reality and determines the way we'll experience and live that moment. So you need to have a vision. You need to know your purpose. You need to know who you are. Because only when you know who you are, you become confident. And confidence actually results to that unwavering conviction, belief. Confidence is simply just powerful belief, an unwavering belief in something or someone. Because you know who you are, you know your purpose, you have a clear mental image, which is a vision of what you were created to fulfill on this earth. You trust yourself, you are unwavering in your ability to trust and have faith in yourself and in the journey and decisions you make, the journey you take and the decisions you make towards that journey. In other words, you have an unwavering belief, conviction. So you need to have a clear image of who you are. And when you also know who you are, you definitely know your strengths. Because like I said, the eyes is identified by its strengths, what it can do, and the tools or the parts that it's been equipped with to do that effectively and almost effortlessly. It is exactly the same thing. You have been equipped with all that you need to fulfill your divine purpose on this planet. And when you know that, then you know the terrain, you know the environment, you know the field of leadership or the sphere you are called to lead in. You know the field you are called to lead in. The eyes cannot lead the entire body when it comes to eating, when it comes to breathing, when it comes to walking, because the eyes know their unique identity and hence their purpose. They definitely know the areas where they are called to lead and hence to thrive. So they can see beyond the physical challenges presented to them. We can see beyond the physical and current situation presented to us because we know that we are to live beyond this moment. We know that this moment is only temporal. We know that what we call today in 24 hours will become tomorrow. For some of you, it's just about 10 more minutes or 10 more hours for you to go past this day called today, called present, into tomorrow, called the future. So it takes us knowing who we are, our vision, what we are called to do, and leading for us to be able to be optimistic amidst challenges, even in challenging times. Even when we go through challenges, we can smile, we can be at peace, we can be at rest, because we shall know that this is only temporary, because we see further than the physical eyes can see. Vision is seeing further than your physical eyes can see. Vision is our ability to see beyond the physical barriers of the eyes. Vision is also our abilities to break down barriers where they exist. So if there is a barrier in front of me that's inhibiting my sight from seeing past this barrier, my vision gives me the ability, the infinite ability to see beyond boundaries, to see beyond barriers, and to go beyond borders and barriers. So I'm able to see beyond the present challenges when I have a clear vision, when I know who I am, I know my strengths, and I know what I'm called to lead in, or where, in what area or field I'm called to lead in. And I am convicted in my spirit that I can lead, because I see the end so clearly, even in the moment when there are challenges before me. Those challenges, I perceive them, because my perception creates my reality, remember, as mere obstacles, as mere distraction. They come to block me, so I don't see where I'm going to clearly. I might push them apart, I might go over them, I might go beneath them, I might go to the side of the challenges with grace, dignity, and confidence, because I know where I'm going to. I see my future clearly. I see the end at the very beginning, even before I step into the journey or the race, to start running the race. I know exactly where I'm going to, where I'm leading the people to a better life, which I can clearly and vividly describe, paint the vision to them, paint the image to them, and make it very clear, so they too can see it and be excited about the future where I'm leading them to, and they can join me, and we become a powerful force in creating that future that I have envisaged, that I have seen in my mind and shared with my team. So the first thing is vision. Knowing who you are will actually enable you to know your vision, your life purpose. Identity bets purpose, and purpose bets confidence. Once you know your purpose, you are confident. You can trust yourself and your ability to accomplish that which you were created to accomplish. While the areas where you are not gifted, you don't trust yourself, but that doesn't mean that you have any low self-esteem or low self-confidence. No, you simply know that I'm the eyes of this body. I don't do hearing. So when it comes to hearing, I'm going to totally rely on the ears to lead me. And I will stand out when it comes to seeing, because I'm the eyes of this body. I've been gifted with the ability, capacity, gifts, talents, and strengths to be able to see effectively and bring light to this body. And the next thing, I've mentioned it a series of times while speaking. Once you see your vision, once you know where you are going to, you are able to see past the barrier. You are able to see past the challenges. Hence, you can become confident and ready to thrive and ready to soar if you need to soar because the mountain is too high, or to run if you need to run because there are so many challenges along your way, and just go over those hurdles. So you now have to change your perception about what challenges really are. Like I said earlier, I see challenges like a training ground. I see challenges sometimes like distraction. I see challenges sometimes like, a rocky mountain or a terrain or a training field for me to work and be resilient, for me to work and prepare my muscles and prepare my tools that I need for the battle ahead of me, so I may be victorious when I eventually get to the battlefield to fight the real war or the real enemy, or to have victory and conquer. What's your perception about the challenge or the challenges you are going through right now? Remember, challenges are simply what they are. Challenges don't come with a name attached to it, but a name that we as a people, as a society, or individuals or a family have given to it. Challenges are simply challenges. And every challenge, like in my previous video that I did on Sunday, I said every challenge has a purpose. It's there for a purpose. When you change your perception about what a challenge is and see it as a purposeful tool necessary for you to fulfill your purpose. I give an example. Think about an egg which is naturally fragile. When challenges come, sometimes we are fragile in life. We are breakable. The least thing we break down, we become mentally ill, depressed. But life is not that way. There are so many challenges. There will be endless challenges in life. Like Nelson Mandela said, after climbing a great mountain, a high mountain, you get to the top thinking, whoo, you finished, you've been victorious, you've arrived at the top. You look out there only to realize there are many more mountains to climb. One battle conquered, another battle is presented. One challenge conquered, another challenge is presented. So you become fitter and fitter along this journey, because the journey is for the fit. Life is for the fit. It's survivor and triumphing, for the fittest, for those who can endure the race, for those who can endure and stand the test of time. So life needs to prepare you so you become more resilient, so you actually become more armed and ready for the seasons and battles ahead of you. So you are not defeated and conquered, but you conquer and defeat every obstacle, challenge you meet along your way. So it's paramount, if you must lead and thrive effectively in challenging times, you must be able to change your perception about what a challenge is. The hot water that an egg might see as a challenge is a transition point, is the transformational field where the egg is being transformed to reveal its full potential, to reveal its full traits, qualities, and characteristics, to reveal that part of it that has so much tenacity and resilience that when it falls, it wouldn't break anymore. When people hit it, tread on it or step on it, it wouldn't break, because it's now become more resilient, solid, and is able to stand the test of time. Once you change your perception, another key strategy for you to lead and thrive in challenging times is your ability to focus on what you focus on. If you see a mountain and you focus on that mountain, our mind has the ability to magnify whatever image we present to it. So the mountain will become magnified. If it's only one mountain, your mind will be seeing 5 mountains. Your mind will attract more mountains and create a heavy mountain, a very high mountain in front of you, higher than you could ever think or imagine, because that's what you are focusing on, and that's what your mind attracts, and that's what you will see, and your mind will amplify it. So where your focus goes, we also know this is often said, your energy flows, your energy goes. So if you are focusing on the challenges ahead of you or in front of you in the current moment, unfortunately, your energy goes to those challenges. But we know focusing on challenges never creates solution. It's focusing on the ideal that we want to create out of these challenging moments. It's focusing on the solutions that we want to create from this challenge or this challenging moment. Is focusing on the end after going through this challenge, what we want to become, the people, the individual that we want to become post this trying or challenging moment. And when you focus on the positive, when you focus on the solution, your mind amplifies solution. Your mind attracts more solution. Your mind attract masterminds, people who can bring the solution, who have similar thought patterns like you and mindset like you. So you are beginning to be surrounded, or you start being surrounded by like-minded individuals, and there is a mastermind for you to accomplish great exploits, for you to actually accomplish success even in the midst of challenges, for you to be able to thrive amidst the challenges, amidst the mountains, valleys, and storms in front of you. What are you focusing on? You cannot continually focus on the problem. The challenge is evident. It's right in front of you. You don't need any PhD to be able to see problems in life. You don't need any degree and too often no guidance or mentorship to identify problems. Mentors always come in to bring solutions, coaches to guide you to a better, preferable life and to a solution-focused life. So you focusing on the challenges will not help you in any way, will make the situation worse, because the challenges, the mountains will be amplified. You see more of that, you become more worried, more mentally defeated, psychologically defeated and weakened. And unfortunately, you're going to give up fighting the battle. You're going to give up and you won't win and run the race and conquer. So you need to focus on the solution you want to create. You need to focus. Remember at the beginning, you know who you are. You know your purpose. Focus on your purpose. Stay on your lane. Life is a race. Each one of us is running our own race of life. Don't focus on another person's race or lane and try to run their race. I'm using the word try because you can never run another person's race. You are not born to run another person's race. You will fail majestically in it. I think that's the only time we can ever talk of failure as real failure. You want it to be like another person. You cannot be like them. You are unique. Your DNA is so unique and distinct. You want it to be something that you are not. The eyes wanting to be the nose, the eyes can never become the nose. Intrinsically, they are not wired and gifted traits, qualities, and talents that the nose or the ears are given. So the eyes can never become the ears or the nose and will never fulfill the function of an eye or a nose. So you've got to focus on the solution, on the vision you've seen, on your purpose, and stay on your lane. Keep running your lane steadily, one day at a time, and not quitting. The race is not for the fastest, not for the swift, but for those who endure. So go on your lane. If you must run, run. If you cannot run, if you can fly at the beginning, soar, because you're so energetic and optimistic, you do soar, beloved. If you cannot, you run. If you cannot, you walk. If you cannot walk, you go by. If it means crawling, you crawl, but you keep going. That's what steadily and consistently is all about, and sustainability in the area where you are called to lead, so you may thrive amidst the challenges. As you continue to focus, keep taking action. Keep taking action as you continue to focus. Action actually builds momentum. It builds additional force. Momentum is force. It's a drive. It's like motivation. It's an energy that moves you forward, that propels you towards a goal-oriented destination, because your goal is to get to that solution, is to get to that ideal life, is to get to that ideal healthy lifestyle that you have envisaged in your mind. You keep taking action one day at a time. No action is too small. Every action geared towards your destiny, your purpose, your vision is worthy of recognition and acknowledgement, and it will contribute towards that grand vision, towards you accomplishing your purpose. If you had to have £1,000, for example, to accomplish your purpose, and you have £999, you've not completed it. Your purpose has not been accomplished. Though one p or 1 penny may be small, may seem just a penny, in the long run, it is vital in the whole goal, in completing that 1,000 landmark that you set for yourself. No action is small, and when we start acting, we build momentum. The law of inertia in physics states that an object that's static will remain static until an external force causes it to move. An object that is moving will keep moving, and in the same direction of movement and velocity or speed, until an external force causes it to stop. So you see, once you are taking action, it's more easy to keep going. It's more easy. There is momentum, there is inertia. Laws of nature are working on your behalf to propel you towards the solution, towards your vision, towards your purpose, so you may fulfill your purpose of living, of existence. So you need to keep taking action one day at a time, one step at a time, staying on your lane, keeping your eyes focused on that destination, on that purpose that you set out to fulfill or to accomplish. As you take action, I cannot overestimate the power of gratitude, the power of you really recognizing your gift, your strengths, the things you have, rather than focusing on what you don't have or what you have lost. The more you focus on the things you have and you are grateful, you are thankful, the more energetic you become. A grateful heart is a cheerful one. It releases more endorphins, more adrenaline, more dopamine, more oxytocin. So you feel great, you love what you are doing. There is a passion and love for what you are doing. And passion is alter your energy and drive. So you keep going, and now it's almost effortless because you are not relying on your strengths to accomplish that mission or the solution that you set out to accomplish. You have endless forces from nature coming your way to edify you and make you to get to your destination. And now you've got to pause and look for lessons. Like I said, every challenge in life has purpose, comes to teach us, comes to prune us, shape us to become better persons, more resilient, ready for the battle we're called to fight and conquer on this planet. We've got to be looking for lessons consistently. Life is a lifelong learning process. You never stop learning. You never become too great that you have no need for knowledge again. Absolutely no. And knowledge is infinite. We are only, learning a little piece of the infinite knowledge that's out there in the universe. That's why there are a lot of things that we do not know. That's why we specialize in specific fields where we are highly gifted, talented, passionate, and maybe, eventually not maybe, and called to leading. Because we naturally have that urge to work in that domain. We are passionate about it, we love it, we enjoy it, we want to do it, even if we are not financially rewarded for it. And over time, of course, as we perfect our craft and skills, we become rewarded. So you need to understand that every challenge is a lesson. Look for the lessons in the challenges. If you must thrive, you should be looking for lessons, not asking, why me? Why not me? Go out and look for the lessons in the situation that you find yourself in. There will be something, a subtle voice to teach you, to guide you, to take you to the path of righteousness, what is right for you, where you have to be so you may thrive, and not to the path of destruction. We must consistently seek knowledge. We must consistently learn while we are going through challenges. So you need to then look for the lessons. And finally, keep affirming. Keep calling out those things that are not as if they were. Keep calling out your vision. Keep proclaiming who you are. I am more than conquerors through Christ who strengthens me for me. I am an I. My purpose is to see and bring light to this body. I am a leader in the field of medicine. My purpose is to heal those who are unwell or to actually cure their diseases, infirmities, so they may be healthy and fit. I am the greatest, author in the world. I've written and I keep writing some life transformational books, life transforming books that people will read and their mindsets will be transformed. They will never be the same way they step into that journey. When they started the journey, will not be the same way they're going to come out of it when the journey is completed. So you want to take notes of these key things. I'm just going to quickly summarize. The first, you've got to know who you are if you must thrive and lead in challenging times. Pause, look for your vision, which is actually an internalized mental picture of your purpose. Know your purpose, your strengths, your gifts, the things you're highly gifted at, are guidance to direct you what your purpose is, your source, where have you come from. By their fruits they'll be known. If you take an orange and you get seeds out of it, by default, you know that the source of those seeds is an orange. Hence, their fruits will be oranges. You're confident and you actually lead with optimism and confidence because you know that you took those seeds from an orange and not from an apple, not from a lemon. It's exactly the same thing. Pause. Find out who you are, your purpose of life, your source, where you're coming from, what are you good at. Change your perception. Your perception about what challenge is greatly responsible for how challenges affect you or how you respond or react to life challenges and how they affect you in the long run. Change your perception. You can change what it is to become whatever you desire it to become. What is happening is just what it is. Like the hot water that we put a boiling egg in, its goal was not to destroy it. You may be thinking, I'm going to get burned. It's too hot. Why me? Whereas it's coming to reveal your purpose. It's coming to make you to mature so you can serve to your full potential. After changing your perception, the power of focus. There is so much power on focusing. Don't get so distracted. Like I said, challenges are a way of distracting us. Your mind is everywhere, your energy is dispersed everywhere, and you have limited energy to truly achieve solutions that you desire to achieve. So you must focus on the solution, on their vision, on your purpose, on your greatest strengths, and maximize them to be able to conquer that challenge that you are going through at the moment. Once you focus, you take action. Keep taking action one day at a time. If you must rest, rest, but you are never quitting. Keep acting. Sustain that action. Once you keep acting, the laws of nature will enable you, support you to sustain them in an almost effortless way. There is motivation, there is passion, there is drive, and all of that. And the law of inertia as well to propel you forward towards achieving your goal and your heart's desire. And again, once you're taking that action, the challenge may still be there. Exhibit gratitude. A grateful heart is a cheerful one. While you're cheerful, you can see things clearly, differently, things that you would never have been able to see because of the challenging situation presented in front of you. You would now be able to see when you are grateful and have a cheerful heart, because your mind has shifted from problems to solution, from what you've lost to what you already have, and all of that. And as you are actually thankful now, you want to look for lessons learned. What can I draw from this situation? What is it that I'm actually supposed to learn? I'm being taught by this situation. Is it to become more resilient? Is it to become more flexible? Is it to become more patient, more compassionate, more loving, kinder? Ask yourself those questions. Look for the clues, and you'll be able to actually understand why you're going through that challenge. It was designed for you, to build you, so you're prepared for the battle ahead of you, and never designed for someone else. And in all this, you want to affirm. You want to keep declaring in confidence. I am eyes to this body. I can see. I keep seeing. I will enable this body to move and not stumble. I am an entrepreneur. I'm a business owner. I'm a best-selling author of 15 books. I'm a best-selling author of life-transforming books. I keep writing. You see yourself, you prophesy, you proclaim. Your mind begins to amplify all that which you've given it. It begins to create new pathways, new neuronal pathways to take you into the destination that you are prophesying, that you are affirming and calling forth as if it were a reality. So I'm going to leave you here today. It's been an incredible day with you, and thank you for joining me on the Transformation Podcast. And on today's episode, we've been talking about how you can actually lead and thrive in challenging times. I've given you some key nuggets that you can go and start applying in your life straight away. These are principles. These are blueprints. It doesn't change. No matter your tribe, no matter your background, no matter your ethnicity, it doesn't matter. Principles do not respect people. They are not respecters of people. They don't respect titles. They are laws that govern creation, love that govern the way things are meant to function and we're designed to function. And when we abide by those laws, things move naturally as they were designed to function, and it's effortless and truly fulfilling. I wish you a wonderful, glorious and blessed evening, and thank you all for joining me. You've been watching on Facebook. Thank you for joining me on YouTube, and I look forward to getting your feedback, your comments, and also sharing with you in the next Transformation Podcast, bringing you, as always, life transforming contents and inspirational contents on personal development, leadership, health and well-being, relationships, and entrepreneurship, or in your career. If you don't want to be an entrepreneur or a business person, we always have something for you. As the months go by, we choose a theme and work on that. I know I have to invite guest speakers when it's hectic. I don't have the speakers because of their busy schedule as well, or sometimes mine. I'm going to come live and share with you so you can be inspired. And when we have guests, you'll also be inspired and blessed by them. You have a wonderful day, and click on that link to subscribe. If you want to get my book, 7 Powerful Strategies for Overcoming Life Challenges, there are 8 strategies there, tested and proven life-changing tools. I've tested them up and they have been proven time and again that they work. It is sustainable. I've worked with thousands of women, men, and community groups, sharing the strategies with them, and the book as well, and the workbook, and their lives have been greatly transformed. Many coming out of mental health antidepressants and all of that medications. And you too can be that if you're struggling in every area of your life. I just want to let you know you are so unique. You're a masterpiece. There's no one like you. You can carry out great exploits. Allow yourself the opportunity to thrive in the area where you're called and gifted to lead. Thank you so very much, and you have a wonderful, marvelous, and blessed evening. I'm going to end the broadcast now, and thank you for joining me. Thank you.